Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Big Brother Season 27, Episodes 6 and 7.
Big Brother. We need you to subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. You ready, Blair?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
So Kelly, Adrian, and Keanu are nominated.
Yeah.
Keanu knows that Jimmy is a snake because he lied about not putting him up.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel and Jimmy have a conversation, and he hopes that Keanu leaves this week. They know that Kelly has a veto power, and if they both end up coming off, he'd have to nominate 2 more people.
Okay.
And we do see just a sweet moment of Adrian just talking about how if he wins, he wants to be able to help his mom out.
Okay, nice, Adrian.
Yeah. Amy can't stand Kelly and Keanu, and she is concerned if they win the veto, she could be put back on the block.
Is it too early to have people you can't stand?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it is too early for that. And the reason Amy's saying that is because she knows that she's always going to be thrown on the block whenever it's convenient. So, that's fine.
Yeah, because maybe you should actually socialize and not be under Rachel's wing the whole time. That's usually how it happens. I think, like I said, I think it's too early to actually have people you don't like in your game and things like that. I think right now you need to make yourself open for everybody. Just be a welcoming house guest, in my opinion.
Yeah. So Rachel asked Keanu if he voted for Zay to stay. He says he voted for Amy to stay, but she can already tell that he's lying.
Yeah.
And she thinks that he won a power.
That's true.
So with Will, Riley, and Kelly, Kelly is concerned that she could be the target if Keanu ends up getting off the block. So she may have to use her power to keep herself safe.
That is facts.
Keanu tells Vinny about his power, and Vinny says that he won't tell anyone. He wants to continue growing his trust with Keanu.
Okay.
So Jimmy and Rachel, they're kind of chilling, having fun, hanging out together. Jimmy is basically reading Rachel about her fashions, and we can just kind of see a friendship growing between them. And I'm thinking to myself, Jimmy, you're playing into her hand, and you don't even know it.
Yeah. And truth be told, Rachel don't even like you.
Yeah.
Like if we want to keep it a buck, like Jimmy has shown himself to be just a little power hungry.
Yes, very.
You get what I'm saying? So in all, Rachel don't even like you. Truth be told, Rachel don't even like Amy that much. She just basically like, you know what? She's a sweet girl, but I could definitely beat her at the end. So that's why I'm like, the fact that Jimmy is actually falling into this friendship with Rachel, I'm just like, yeah, you was all talk, but when you actually had the power to do something, you didn't do it.
Yeah. So Will talks about his time in the army, and we just kind of learn a little bit more about him and his life and his children.
Okay.
Catherine and Lauren are besties in the house. Lauren definitely trusts Catherine. Catherine trusts Lauren too. She says, Lauren, she's cool for now, but she doesn't necessarily think working with Lauren will be the best thing in the long run. She's going to keep her options open as far as the people that she works with and goes to the end with.
As you should. It's early.
Yes. So it's time for the veto competition. Keanu ends up pulling out his power, and a former house guest jumps into play, and it is none other than... oh wait, this isn't at that point.
Oh no, we're not there yet.
So a former house guest will get to play in the veto when it's time for Keanu to play. We just had the little meeting first. Okay. So Jimmy says, here you go, telling another lie. And the lie was that he didn't have the power. And Keanu said, you lied about putting me up. I lied about the power. So pretty much we're even. Yeah. So they pick the people who are going to be playing in the veto. And it's going to be Ava, Keanu, Jimmy, Kelly, and Adrian.
Nice. Now, Jimmy, my only issue with you is...
one more thing.
Go ahead.
He also tells the people that he is going to pick them off one by one.
Okay, that's fair. My only problem with Jimmy is, Jimmy, people can lie to you. Like, you don't have to make a scene when every time somebody lie to you to make it seem like, oh my goodness, how dare you lie to me? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, Jimmy, the only problem I have with Jimmy is Jimmy wants to be seen when we already see him. You get what I'm saying? So this whole thing of like, oh yeah, you lied to me. You lied to John Wick too. So why are you like making a, how can I put it, a season long enemy for? Like it's too early for that, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I also think that when it comes to this meeting.
Yeah.
Keanu was definitely getting riled up by Jimmy, and he should not have said that he's coming to pick people off one by one.
Of course not.
Yeah. So everybody was not feeling that. Ashley tells Jimmy that he stirred things up by Ashley tells Keanu he stirred things up by saying he would pick people off one by one. And Keanu says, if I'm going to be the target and remove myself, then another person is going to have to go on the block, and that person is going to leave. That's not quite how you put it, but this is a good way to try to, cover things up, so to speak.
And then at the end of the day, you getting off the block today doesn't save you from being on the block next week. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, don't people remember things. And if you're going to go on and talk about, I'm going to pick y'all off one by one and things of that nature. Now, mind you, I got to be fair, because at the end of the day, Rachel be talking that mess too, where basically when you go against me, you will lose. So that's why I'm like, why are we talking like this? Let's talk about what we go eat tonight. You get what I'm saying? Like that's why I'm like, I like the people so far that play the background. You get what I'm saying?
So Ashley asked him, so how did we get here? Jimmy lied about putting him up, so Keanu lied about his power. Rachel is just loving the fact that all these targets are popping up. They're worried about each other and worried less about her.
That is true.
That is so true. So we've got Jimmy, Mickey, and Will having a conversation. Mickey was not feeling that comment that Keanu made, and Jimmy is ready to try to compete to keep his noms the same.
Okay.
So we get to the veto competition. They're potted plants, and we learn that the mystery competitor is Casey.
That's a good competitor.
So we've got Felicia, who's walking back and forth, and she has to say creeper. Once she says creeper, they can race across and hit the yellow button. In one of the rounds, Jimmy false started and got himself out.
Wow.
In another round, Keanu false started and got himself out.
Wow.
So at the final round, we had Casey and Adrian fighting for that veto, and Casey ended up winning.
Lucky. That power came through.
Yeah, so it came for Keanu. So he took himself off the block. Where are we at now? So Mickey and Morgan have a conversation, and Morgan just feels like they need to be discussing what's best for their alliance. Jimmy and Mickey had a conversation about how he's going to put up Amy and Will, but this whole time in his HOH reign, he has not been consulting his alliance, looping them in any type of way. So Morgan is rubbed really wrong, and so is Mickey.
Because y'all work for me. That's how Jimmy thinks. Here's the thing about it. Jimmy thought that, you know what, this is gonna be the easiest HOA, or HOH and things like that, to where I'm going to basically put up whoever I put up, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all who to vote for, and then y'all go get them out. What he wasn't expecting is that, people go get themselves off the block, right? And this is not gonna be the first time somebody get themselves off the block. So he probably was like, you know what? I don't want this power no more, because the time that I potentially got blood on my hands for multiple people that I actually did not get out. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So Rachel and Keanu, they're kind of discussing home, family. She's asking if he's seen her seasons. And he says pretty much he saw the highlights of people going in on her. Yeah. And that rubbed Rachel the wrong way.
I don't even understand why he said that.
So he confronts her and asks her, did he say or do anything wrong? And Rachel says, clearly you're pointing out things to get under my skin. And she tells him, game on. And she will win because she always does.
Dude, you think it was on purpose that he did that?
I actually don't think it was on purpose.
Me neither.
But I really don't know what he thought he was going to get out of saying what he said. You're not pointing out her finest moments.
Exactly. For one, if you watch the season that she was on, you would know that she is kind of a hellion. So the fact that you are actually pointing out a bad moment, what did you thought you was going to get? That's why I'm like, I really don't understand why people are not attracting bees with honey at this moment. Yeah. I feel like everybody is trying to be so cutthroat. I feel like the perfect way to put it, I feel like everybody is trying so hard to prove that they are the best gamer.
Yeah.
And in that way, all of y'all look foolish. You get what I'm saying?
That's the thing. When you play too hard, you end up shooting yourself in the own foot.
Exactly.
And especially when you run the house, with a hard fist and you try to make it seem like you're the head honcho in charge. Yeah. People are going to sit back, let you talk, and pretty much tell you what you want to hear until they get some power. And they're going to pretty much tell you, hey, the way you ran that HOH was crazy. Even if we're talking about Mickey and Morgan and that alliance, we can't trust you. you're a loose cannon. You do what you want to do. You don't care about our input. And Mickey doesn't even trust you enough to tell you about her power.
Facts.
So that really lets you know where he lies on the totem pole for these ladies. And if they get the power, he'll find out really soon how he really fits in.
They can't even trust you, and they in your own alliance.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
So we get to the veto meeting. Keanu uses the veto on himself. Amy is then put on the block.
Yeah.
And Kelly activates her mystery veto power. Keanu is trying to convince Jimmy to put Rachel up. And I thought that Jimmy, when Rachel came in the house, he had it in his mind to get Rachel up, and he was telling people, look, she's a good player. But Rachel, this is the thing of Big Brother, it's also a social game.
Yeah.
And she used her social game to get on his good side, you know? And so I was just thinking to myself, like, Jimmy, you totally lost the plot.
And guess what? And John Wick used his social game to be on Jimmy's bad side. So even when he come to him with a good idea, I'm not going to listen to you because we had a spat in like the first week of the show. So that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all trying so hard and trying to do this. I'm going to pick you off one by one. Don't come for the queen. Or it's like all these, it seems like everybody is chasing that moment to where they can basically be like, I'm the game player, no one can take me out. And I'm like, whole time, if you just would have been approachable, nice, you get what I'm saying, not an enemy, not a foe, guess what? For one, I already knew when Jimmy had the power and he wasn't consulting his team that he was just a power hungry guy that just loved the spotlight, right?
Yeah.
Because truth be told, I would have put Amy and Rachel up and say, I don't even care who leaves, to be honest. Eeny, meeny, mighty, mo.
Yeah. And that's the thing. So when Kelly ended up winning the veto and taking herself off the block, he chose Will. And everyone pretty much felt like this was safe. This wasn't a great move. You need to really get out some strong competitors.
He's not even a threat.
But I guess Jimmy didn't want to get any more blood on his hands.
Why not?
Yep. So we've got Adrian, Amy, and Will on the block.
Yeah.
Jimmy ends up joining a conversation with Mickey and Morgan after they were pretty much talking about how his nominations were dumb and he should have talked to them as an alliance. And the conversation goes to crickets once he joins them.
Oh, yeah. So now, guess what? You're on the outs of your own alliance.
So Will automatically thinks he's going. He cannot connect with these young people. And that's what I'm talking about, the social game. It's hard with the age gap. But that's like when you said, then you need to be playing mommy and daddy, uncle and auntie,
and that's
somebody.
What I'm saying. Like, mom and dad not supposed to be in the room with the siblings and things like that. You got to be unk. You need to be actually the guy that everybody goes to, that everybody feels safe with, that everybody can be like, you know what? I have a secret power.
Yeah.
Like, do you get what I'm saying? Even though y'all not in an alliance, but you want to make yourself, and basically he isolated himself in the beginning, basically talk about how like these young people don't know how to do this, and I'm from the military and I know how to, and now you don't even know how to talk to these folks. And
that's how Cirie played it. Number one, people were fangirling over Cirie, so I think she had that on her side, but also she positioned herself as an individual that you could trust.
Yeah.
You know? So Catherine and Lauren both want Amy out. Lauren says that Rachel is backing Amy. Rachel gets whatever she wants, and they want to take away a number on Rachel's side to try to level the playing field between the guys and the girls.
That's fair.
Vinny also wants to weaken Rachel's side. So Mickey is going around campaigning for people to keep Will, and the guys really want to keep Adrian. Morgan is telling Zach not to keep someone who's actually going to have a good chance at beating him in competitions. Ashley tells Rachel that she doesn't think Amy's staying, and Rachel really doesn't want that to happen. However, she feels like, Amy is the ultimate pawn, and if Rachel were to take Amy to the top two, then she feels like she could definitely beat her.
Do you see what I mean?
So,
and Ashley, I didn't forget. Don't worry about it. Your time coming. Your time is coming.
And I was thinking to myself, I was like, why is Ashley running back and telling Rachel? Like, I understand that side has developed a closeness, but I think that, and look, it's not that I don't like Rachel. Rachel is a really good player and she's really good at what she does. But if you guys want a chance at winning the money, y'all need to all be trying to get Rachel out, number one.
Pretty much.
And don't be feeding her information and anything to really give her a leg up. It's like they're forgetting what's going on because she's such a social person, you know? So Zach and Morgan are in the room with Rachel, Jimmy, and they're pretty much talking about who they're planning on sending home. Morgan tells Rachel what she wants to hear about keeping Amy, and Zach really wants to get Rachel's strongest alliance out.
That makes sense.
Now Morgan's mind is starting to turn, and she's wondering if she maybe shouldn't keep if she shouldn't keep Will because she doesn't want to make Rachel an enemy.
Why not?
Yeah.
Like, tell me what alliance Rachel got.
I'm just like, y'all act like she's like all powerful.
No.
And she really has a number of one behind her, you know?
If that. Because she can't win competitions. Only thing she got is social game.
Yeah.
The only thing she got is really your fandom to use against yourself. That's really it.
So we get to the BB Blockbuster, and they have to put together this fingerprint puzzle. Adrian ended up winning.
Yes, Adrian did really good.
And he really did really good. Like, we were just talking about the strategy and how he brought all the pieces to the puzzle and was able to get it done really quickly. So that was
good at first.
Yeah, I thought she was going to do, because she was like sliding him into the correct places at first. So I thought that was a pretty cool competition.
Yeah.
So we have the live vote. Rachel voted to evict Amy.
Of course.
And already we knew the house is voting to evict Amy. Rachel's just voting with the house at this point. So Amy's evicted. And we see during her interview with Julie that she felt like being close to Rachel actually hurt her game because it put a target on her back. And it did. People wanted to break up the alliance. Why they wanted to go for the weaker person in the alliance?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. And she was an accomplice, and her accomplice leader, whoever it was sad to see her go.
Yep.
And things like that. I'm sure we would get a new accomplice. I don't know. But I'll say this. Who do you think Rachel will be basically attached to the hip to now? Because I feel like Rachel is only as strong as someone that she has by her side.
Yeah. I think that right now Jimmy is probably her closest person.
Yeah.
But I think after Jimmy's HOH reign, she's going to, I'm not going to say switch up on him, but she's going to shift because I think she knows that Jimmy's a bit of a wild card.
And she also knows that she's a target.
Yeah.
She needs to know that this was a message sent to her.
Yeah.
That basically, like, we will get you out next. If they're smart, they get her out next. But something telling me, I don't know, I think Rachel might win HOH next time. And that will be scary. Because then we will see for the first time what is her strategy. Who is she going to get out? You get what I'm saying? Who will be her targets if she's HOH? Anything else?
That's all I got.
We need you to subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. We see y'all.
Bye.